Corner routes are overpowered in Madden 26, but in today's video, I'm going to break down the two best defenses you can use to easily shut these down. Let's get it. So, if you've been playing online, I'm sure you've seen people stem down corner routes. This is very common, especially with a route combo like this, to where you have the seam streak, the slot fade. This really prevents you from stick switching, and then the drag underneath. This route combo is very annoying to deal with because, in a cover 4 situation or a cover 3, you're just continuously giving this up on the sideline, right? If you play cover 2, most of the time those corners will get over the top of your flats, and this just becomes a very annoying situation because sure, you can zone drop your flat zones, but most smart players will have a drag coming underneath, so that's not a really good option either. So you're going to need to play two very specific coverages in order to shut this down. I'm going to break down both. One is going to be zone-based, one is going to be match-based, and if you want more content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and drop me a like on the video. So the first thing we're going to do is break down the cover 3 cloud defense. I'm going to show you guys how you can create this coverage on the fly or just call it stock. For reference, I'm in the New England Patriots playbook on defense. I have the full breakdown of my Patriots defense on sportsgamerz.com, and the VIP membership link is in the comments and the description if you want to win more games. But with cover 3 cloud, I like it in the nickel 2-4. It's got good pressure, good stunts. I actually run this with auto flip off because I actually need the cover 2 or the side of the formation with the cloud on the wide side of the field, because this is typically where they tend to try to abuse these corner routes. So when you break the huddle, you'll notice your cloud flat is going to be on the wide side, which typically they're going to try to abuse the wide side from bunch formations just like this. So if they set up the same route combo where they stem the corner down and then do something like this, you have options here. First of all, because you have this third by the safety, that's going to be really big. Now, you can definitely stick switch onto it if you need, but really what I'm going to look to do is use this hook curl. I normally like to man the guy up that's coming across the middle of the field on a drag. So if that's the tight end out of this formation, we'll go ahead and man our user up on the tight end, okay? So what this is going to allow me to do is I can just follow him, and then, if needed, I can stick switch onto either the safety or the cloud flat. You'll notice that a cloud flat from this cover 3 cloud, I didn't even zone drop this. This is a stock cloud. It does a really good job here of defending this. You'll see you couldn't really throw this because at this point, if you throw this, this is probably going out of bounds. It's very late. And you'll see that the third by the safety actually does a good job of taking away the slot fade, right? And then the safety rolling to the middle, he does a good job of taking away the seam because we also have the other hook zone that, carries it downfield enough. So really, like I said, all I have to do, that's why I man myself up to the tight end, is I watched him right away. And then if I needed to later in the play, you see how I stick switch to get onto that safety. Well, because I manned him up, this guy's still following him. Okay, so that's really, really solid. Now, the one thing I'll say is you do have to be aware. Sometimes people will even go a step further, and they'll have like the running back out of the backfield on an angle route. Okay, so if they do this, this is getting a little bit tougher to defend. So most of the time, if someone's going to do something like this, real quick, guys, if you want to dominate Madden 26 and win more games, check out my VIP membership on Sportsgamerz.com. This is where I post all my premium content, including all the offensive and defensive ebooks I release all year long, in addition to premium Madden Vault weekly tip updates. You will learn the proven strategies thousands of players have used to win more games, and over 99% of my members say that they win more games with my tips. Click the link in the description to join now and start winning more games today. I actually just take the guy that's in the curl flat, and then I'm going to man him up to the running back. Now, when you do something like this, again, you still have to be aware. I'm going to watch the tight end, and I basically have the same thought process here. I'm watching him immediately, and if I need a switch stick, I can, and as you guys see, everything is pretty much guarded very well. Now, if you guys want to take this defense to the next level and make sure you're getting pressure while you're running all the coverage adjustments I'm going to show you in this video, and I have more adjustments and more defenses we're going to break down after we get into the ability stack I like to run, but use this ability stack because you will get pressure from your defense line a lot more than if you don't. After this latest patch, sheds are really bad, but if you use this ability stack, your D-line will get a lot more pressure. So some of the best players to use this on are going to be Lawrence Taylor, Howie Long, Jonathan Allen, but I'd say Lawrence Taylor is the best because he has 86 speed stock. You can get him up to like 89, 90 if you run Giants team, which is really good. You see his high power, high finesse move. He is a demon on the line. But you'll see that what you're going to want to do is, first of all, take off Edge Threat Elite. And in this bucket right here, use Double or Nothing for 3 AP. In this one, you could use El Toro or Interior Threat. El Toro is cheaper. It will save you an AP point. And then in this one, you're going to want to use Instant Rebate. This ability stack right here, especially if you pass commit in passing situations, will get instant sheds and allow you to rush strictly your D-line and get sacks. Now let's get into some more adjustments we can use to play lockdown coverage. So you'll see that when you man that guy up to the running back, yes, Texas routes can beat man coverage, but at least we have, and he does get a half step, but at least we have somebody right there. And then also you are throwing into a hook zone. Keep that in mind. You don't want to throw into hook zones, especially when they're already manned up. Again, your job is to watch the drag, and then you can stick switch if you need to on either the safety or the corner. But as you see here, this is covered very well. Now, if you want something that is even going to cover it a little bit better stock, you actually could use a variation of match. So with match, I'm going to prefer to run this out of Dime 1-4. Dime 1-4 does have some good blitz setups, but it also just has really good stock coverages. So one that I really like a lot is just straight up cover 2. This Tampa 2 is actually very easy to run against this style of offense, but we do need to make some adjustments because remember, if we just run a stock cover 2 or Tampa 2, at a certain point, some of these routes will come open. You'll see here, this is the same play, and you'll see that, when you have the deep halves instead of the thirds, they just don't really do as good of a job. That's why the cover 3 cloud was so much better, is you'll see, this deep half, I want to say he's just in no man's land. Don't you feel like both of these routes are kind of open, right? And then even the seam streak is kind of open too? That's why we don't really like stock cover 2. But if we change it into a match cover 2, it's going to do 1,000 times better. So the easiest way to make this a match cover 2 is, first of all, you do want to use this mid-read. But then what you want to do is put the outside corners into soft squats, okay? Once you put them into soft squats, they're actually going to match, and now you can put the slot corners in vertical hooks. So this is how it would look. You use the mid-read to basically just watch the seams, or you could put the mid-read into a middle third and then put the safety on the strong side, or the wide side, I should say, into an outside third. And then if you don't want to send a blitz, just use this guy. All right? So here is how the logic of this works. A soft squat, first of all, is going to be to the right on the left stick for both outside corners, and then a vertical hook is down on the left stick for both slot corners. And I'm sure you guys are saying, oh, well, that's a lot of steps. Well, guess what? I just did that in like 3 or 4 seconds. If you get your quick adjustments down, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do this, okay? Now, let's take a look at how this actually works against this style of offense. Okay, so it's the same thing, really. And remember, your whole thing here is you don't want these corners getting open. So, take a look. That's great coverage. If you want to learn how to make millions of coins to get all the best players on your Madden Ultimate Team, check out the Coin Authority on Sportsgamerz.com. Click the link in the description of this video and use coupon code COINS for 10% off your order. Now, what ended up happening here and why is this so effective? Well, you have to realize that most players that run bunch formations to abuse corner routes, they don't actually have a flat by one of these bunch receivers. No, they want to do the seam streak, they want to do that slot fade, and then they want the outside receiver in the corner. So basically what's going to happen is this soft squat will match the corner route. Then the third is here for the fade. We have a vertical hook on both sides of the field, and if you'll notice, the vertical hook actually runs with the drag over the middle of the field. Me as the user, I don't really have much to do. This middle third is here in case this vertical hook gets beat down the middle on the streak. I'm kind of just chilling, hanging out. And this gives me the ability, if they do send the running back out of the backfield, to go ahead and, guard him myself. So again, I just like to put this guy in the middle third. I put this guy in the outside third. He's in a soft squat. He's in a soft squat. Vert hook, user right. Now, you could even just man yourself up to the running back as the user. And in a situation like this, if they do, like I said, send him out of the backfield on the Texas route, you're fine because now you can just user him yourself. So here, let's just run it again. He is manned up to the running back. For whatever reason, it's just not showing. But let's just run it. You see, we can just user the running back in. If you try to throw any of these routes, we can easily click on, break it up, and considering it is Madden 26, basically just hope we don't get agged.